Hi, I'm Nicole Maialero. I own Giorgio's Mystical Circle hair salon, and I am at the Just Ask Bob show. And today I'm gonna get up, get off the couch, and go tackle my to-do list with Bob.
Hello, Hamilton. It's that time again. Get up, get off the couch, start tackling your own to-do list. I'm Bob Asadorian. Welcome to the Just Ask Bob show, where we have a very, very special guest on today. Nicole, thank you so much for coming. So you're really a fan of this show?
I love this show. I'm so happy to be here. I'm excited to be here. I can't wait to learn. I watch your show all the time, and I keep learning new stuff.
Wow,
Yeah.
You, my mother, and my wife, and I make them watch.
It's getting my husband very angry, though, because I want to outsmart him, too. So.
Well, you will. Women outsmart men. 2 to 1, they outmature them at a very young age.
Well, my mother would always say, always know that you can live with them and live without them, and everything will be okay. So I'm excited, and I can't wait to learn.
We've got a fun project set up today. Yeah. Speaking of the email, if you don't mind, let me read the viewers the email. Dear Bob, I've been watching you on TV for years. Love your show. Recently, I've purchased a downtown home that I'm going to be converting into a hair salon. Bob, could you come by and teach me some rental skills? Or even better, have me on your show. One project I'm looking at doing is grouting a ceramic tile floor in the salon. Nicole, Hamilton, Ontario. Nicole, tell us about your salon. Tell us all about the downtown core and the projects you need done there.
Well, we're located in the Hamilton downtown core, right in Hess Village.
Nice.
And we're actually in the middle of relocating our salon. So the salon's going to have to be gutted out. I'm going to be having to look at contractors, and I'm going to have to know how to trust them. So I hope that you can help me out and know the do's and don'ts on everything. And one of the big features in the salon is going to be hardwood end tiling. So.
Oh, nice, nice, very nice. Well, that belt's not just for show.
Oh, no?
You're going to keep it. You're going to take it with you, whether it's at home, whether it's at the salon. You're going to fill it up with tools and work on things. Anything can be learned.
Yes.
Absolutely anything can be learned. Good for you with the downtown core. So you own a home, and not only you're a homeowner, but the salon you've purchased. So you were leasing before, you told me before the show.
Yes, leasing. Now I'm looking at purchasing a home.
Good for you.
Yes.
Good for you. Now, a lot of work, though. You're going to rent out different areas of the home.
It'll be rented out, but the salon area is going to have to be all renovated.
Everything changed up. So funny thing there, when I came down and seen it, they've gotten, it looks like, I don't know if they had issues with contractors or they picked at stuff, but they've done some tiling, but there's no grout.
No grout at all.
Okay, very easy. We're going to, the whole show today, that's what it's going to be. Very first thing, let's go over the tools that are required. Very important. So you can see our prop here. People have to use their imagination for the viewers at home. This is typically where your toilet would go. So this is obviously a mock-up or a prop of a bathroom floor. Now, the number one thing let's go over is this particular tile. It's a very smooth tile. This does not require pre-sealing on the tile itself. However, your situation at home, and even yours, it depends. If you've got a tile that's rough, a rough honed tile, this tile, you cannot grout the joints until you seal it. So that's very important. Again, it doesn't apply to this situation, but I want people to know. So with this sealer, you're going to apply 2 coats, then you can go ahead and do your grout. Because again, it's these little holes. These little holes will fill up with the grout, and then it'll be stuck inside. So Nicole, same situation. If you want to feel that, that's smooth. So when you're floating the grout around, as we'll be doing later on, it'll land in all these joints, and then we can mop it off here with the sponges. If this was the tile, it's all going to get stuck everywhere. So that's one important thing. Now, as far as the tools, we're going to start loading up your belt. This is a scraper. Very important. It's a special scraper. It's a plastic scraper. If you really want to focus in here, it's wearing itself out. This is sacrificial. This will wear out before it even has a chance to cut the tile. So it's the perfect tool to use to get everything clean. Load that in your belt.
Perfect. First tool.
For some tough areas, it's good to keep in mind, or keep handy, and keep in mind the use of a flathead screwdriver. We'll get into that a little bit later on in the program. There you go.
Thank you.
Nice big putty knife. You'll see later on we'll be using this to pick up the grout and slap it down on the table and then spread it from there. There you go. Now, this is going to be sort of a dual effect here. As you know, Nicole, on the show, and as the viewers know, it's very important that I try to show people what to use and also what not to use. I mean, if you know about the junk that's made out there, whether it's products or materials, and you stay clear of it, you'll be okay. Now I want you to really focus in here on the difference between these two. This is a professional grout float. This is just a piece of junk. It's cheap. This is worth about $2. This is worth about $10, but you want to buy high quality tools. If you can see the difference in the thickness. So this one here, you're not going to get much use out of it, and it's just too difficult. It doesn't have the strength to get the penetration in, whereas this one has the thickness. So this obviously, piece of junk, that's a Bob's Beware. Keep away from that. You want to use good quality tools. So we'll set this aside. The other product is your sponging. So if you picture now, we're going to get the grout in. We're going to use this on an angle to pull the grout off, but then there's going to be a lot of cleaning up to do. This sponge is a cheap sponge. The same on both sides. This one, believe it or not, it's only about 50 cents more. This will really help because as the grout starts to set up, you can really get in there and pull it off. So this is what we'll use. We're not going to be using this one. Final tool. Let's see how you can handle this. Let me get the piece on the end. This is a cordless drill. And for something, a small size project like this, cordless drill will work well enough. You need to be comfortable with it. That's a big gun, Nicole. Can you handle that?
Oh, I think I can. I've handled bigger and thicker.
Nice, nice. We're going to have fun with that, doing the mixing. Now, let's take a moment to talk about the grout. Really important. Now, what I tell people at home, and obviously a shout out, the Home Depot is my sponsor. And what I love about the Home Depot, it's the way they've been designed. Home Depot doesn't gear to the contractor. It's not set up for the contractor. It's set up for the homeowner. You can go through the tiling department. You can go through any department. They're there to teach you and go over things with you. Essentially with grout, let's think about two types, sanded and unsanded. Grout with sand in it is very strong. So this is a floor. So you wet a little bit of a larger joint. The sanded grout will give you the strength and durability you need. Now, when you're doing wall tile, or even sometimes floor tile, there's different style of tile. Some of them it's meant to be butted together very tightly. In those cases, you're going to use an unsanded grout. So the grout that I highly recommend is the Grout by Polyblend. Here we have the non-sanded. Here we have the sanded. This grout does not require any additives. Again, out in the marketplace, if you buy a cheap grout, you're going to have to put latex and additives in it. So this will work very well. Time to mix.
Let's mix.
Okay. Now, let me show you. It's very important. You want to keep it between your legs because I'll add the powder for you. As you're mixing, it's going to want to vibrate. If you don't have a good catch at it, it's going to want to go everywhere.
Okay.
Give it a try.
All right.
Get some tension.
Okay. So keep it locked in.
We got to get you some steel toes.
We do.
Very
like
nice.
that?
Very nice.
The tension is good?
Perfect.
Perfect.
Good job. Let's start with some water.
Okay.
Okay. And the grout we're going to use is the sanded grout. Now we've picked a really nice color. We've got a dark brown.
Oh, nice.
I think that'll complement it well. So this will be very easy. I'll add it slowly, and then I'll add more water as we need it. But just got to remember to keep your legs pinched between it.
Okay.
So I think we've maybe got a little bit too much water to start with. Okay, ready?
So keep it tight?
Yeah, we want toothpaste consistency.
Okay. Start?
Start.
How am I doing?
Doing good, doing good. Now see how it's powdery?
Yeah?
Just keep pulling from the wet to the powdery.
From the wet to the powdery.
Yeah. Nicole's going to keep mixing. We're going to take a break. We're going to be back. We're going to start grouting. See you in a bit. Welcome back to the Just Ask Bob show. Before the break, we had Nicole here mixing the grout. Nicole, let's take a look at it.
Bob, how am I doing? How's the thickness?
Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Okay, you can pull it out. Now what you want to have ideally is toothpaste consistency. See how it stays up, the edge? That's how you want it. This is a beautiful mix. You sure you haven't done this before?
I haven't, first time.
Come on. Okay, let me put that in ideally so we can wash this all up later. We dip it in the water in the pail. Set it in the pail. Set it over here. Get myself cleaned up. Okay, now one more step before we start grouting. It's very, very important that we have a clean area to grout. Now the grout's a dark brown. Over here, the thin set that was used, let's start seeing some of these tools. The thin set that was used to embed the tile, to glue it down, it's a white. So we want to make sure, let me find a spot here. Okay, see in here? Mm-hmm. If you really want to focus in here, see how we've got the thin set sticking up on the edge? You want to scrape that off slightly. You just don't want anything sticking up. A lot of times when your tiles butt together, it'll ooze out of the middle, like right there. So you want to weaken it up, and then we'd vacuum it all up. You give it a try. I'll point out a spot or two for you. Most of it's off. Give it a little bit in here.
Right in there?
Yeah, just scrape it down in there.
Lots of pressure?
Yep.
Like that?
Perfect. Now this tool, as we talked about before, this won't damage tile. This is sacrificial. This will wear itself out. Now if you're really stuck, do you have the flat screwdriver? Perfect. If this won't work and you've got something really stubborn, with this you can just run wild with it. With the screwdriver, you want to have, you want to hold it really well and just clean it in an isolated area. So Nicole, you look over that half, I'll look over this half. Sometimes if something's loose in there, that's fine. We'll vacuum it up. Loose stuff will come out. Because can you imagine now, see this chunk sticking up?
Yes.
If we grout it and that's still sticking up, you're going to see it through the finished grout. So that's what's important.
No, it looks good
Okay.
and smooth.
Put your tools back.
Thank you.
Now what we're going to do, when we were cutting these, we were using the red China marker. So we're going to get a little bit of water on this. Stuff like this, it's important we clean it off. See, that was a red line. That red can get introduced into the brown, and you're going to have discoloration. A little bit over here as well, where we cut around the toilet. Okay, we get all that off. Perfect. Now, very important tool, and it's actually on display, is Bob's top pick. Careful, Hamilton, when you're hiring a contractor, he should show up with a vacuum and leave with the vacuum. Cleanliness during a renovation project is important, to respect the homeowners and also to respect the job at hand. You'll have nothing but an issue. So this won't take long. I'm going to give it a quick little cleaning. Very nice. Once everything's clean, you can see more. Like you can see the red China marker still here. Okay, this is what you're here for. So you know at your salon
Yes.
what stage you need to take it to. Okay. And then now this part, we're going to have some fun. I'm going to use this. What I'll do, I'll get it ready for you. I'll slap it down.
And basically, I'm going to spread it?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
There's your grout float.
All right.
Now let me give you a little tip on it. Used one of these before?
Never.
Okay. With grouting, honestly, as with other projects, it's all about the penetration. We have approximately 3/8 depth. If you don't push hard enough, if this grout doesn't go right to the bottom, so the bottom could be, in this case, this is concrete board. It could be plywood, it could be steel wire mesh. Whatever you glued your tile to, you need to fill that cavity, you need to penetrate it right to the bottom. If you don't, as you walk on your floor, fill the bathtub with weight, things move, they flex. You're going to have the grout cracking. So what you want to do is push one direction, again the other. So I'm penetrating once, opposite direction. Once again, opposite direction. Work on an area of about 4 tiles. Then what you do, that type of an angle, clear off your excess. Because it is a cement-based product, so what's going to happen is if you leave all the excess, there's not enough sponges in the world to mop it all up after. Go ahead, give it a try. Work your way from here over.
So basically go once,
Yeah, now pull back in the other direction.
this direction.
Yeah, 45-degree angle with good pressure. Work in a
Once.
small, tight area. Get your elbow in there.
Like this?
Yes.
Enough pressure?
Yeah, lots of pressure. And also in opposite directions. Don't worry about doing an area too big.
Okay.
I'd finish up this one here,
Okay.
and then what you can do is pull it all back. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do two things. We're going to clean off the excess.
All right.
Make a mound of it here, so you continue this way. Now remember, it's all about the angle. You were at about a 45, for those of you watching at home, that's about a 45-degree angle. That's the right angle for packing it and packing it in. For taking it off, you almost want to be at a 90.
Okay.
See?
It scrapes it off.
Exactly, exactly. Like doing the windshield at the gas
Okay.
station. This is the scraper.
Yeah.
Pull it all off now, plop it here.
Like that?
Yep. It will be sponging it later, but as much as you can get off now, the better. And then hold on a sec. This is another trick too. Once you get it to here, what we'll do is we'll scrape off some.
Oh, so you don't keep spreading that around.
Well, you want to wait. You want to get it now 1 or 2 more passes to bring the rest here.
Okay.
Just clean off as much as you can. It's less sponging work afterwards. This applies to floors, backsplashes, above your bathtub, inside your shower. It's the same process. Perfect. You got a lot out.
Yeah.
Now, let me show you now a few things. They're called sort of pinholes. Like here, for example, we have excellent penetration. Look in there. See if you can really focus in. It's not very well penetrated, so you grab a little bit.
And fill it up.
Yeah, exactly. Fill it up. So again, this doesn't matter what it is. Could be your backsplash, could be your floor, doesn't matter. Let me slap some more down for you. And let's see you continue to the end. Oh, hold on, let me get you to stop.
Yeah.
One more thing I forgot. Now this is really important. Again, people have to use their imaginations here. This is your bathroom.
Okay.
So let's pretend this is your hallway and it's a hardwood floor. So you've got your hardwood floor coming to here. This is a beautiful metal profile edge by Schluter. So this is a really nice edge. We want to do our most to protect it. This is tile, because there's sand in here. You hear the sound?
Yes.
That sand will scratch this. It'll ruin it.
Okay.
So you want to make sure,
Protect it with the tape.
exactly, with the tape that works. I can't tell you how many bathrooms I've done. I've done bathrooms even after other contractors have finished them. They finished the job. This is all scratched and ruined. You can't get that out after. These tiles are glued on top of it.
Oh, I see.
Spread away.
So in opposite directions,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. You never want to pack it in only on one pass.
Okay.
You want to pass it on both directions. It's a little tricky to work with, but you're doing good.
Not bad for a woman, eh?
Hey, like I've always said, women outmature their counterpart males 2 to 1. Anything a man can do, a woman can do better with the right training. Nicole's got her work cut out for her. We're going to take a quick break. After break, we're going to be getting this excess grout off. We'll be right back after this. Hello, Hamilton. Welcome back to the Just Ask Bob show. Just before the break, lovely Nicole, we've been grouting. What a mess, eh?
What a mess. You
And
got
I'm
it all
gonna-
over me
I know.
also.
And I'm sure to the viewers at home, you're probably looking at my prop here and thinking, what on earth's going on? But everything's okay. Believe it or not, Nicole did do a good job with the float and pulling, getting most of this off because there's not much there. If you're really doing it wrong, you're gonna have clumps and chunks. It'll work out, but it'll take forever. Now, let's start with the pails. Okay. For Nicole and for the viewers at home, you're gonna soak the sponge. This is very, very important. You want all the water out. Just squeeze that maximum. So, I mean, it feels dry. If you have it too wet, you're gonna make a mess. And also, if there's too much water in this half as you're sponging up, and less water here, when this dries, you're gonna have a variation in brown. You're gonna actually dilute the color pigment. Okay, Nicole, you work on this one. Let me just move that out of your way. I will use the other one. And we're both gonna clean up.
So
I'm
start
not
going.
beyond cleaning up. Yeah, give it some wipes. I'll be there with you in a second. I cheated. I took the better sponge. This cleans twice as fast. You see that?
In circular motions?
Well, in a
then?
circular
Just-
motion, but watch, stop now. Okay, now, the more you keep going, right? We're just spreading it. So this is what you do. Clean side. One pull. Don't reintroduce it. No. Wipe, clean yours off as well. Put it in there. Give it a couple of good squeezes. You're gonna have to keep changing these pails all the time. Give it a really good squeeze. Now, do exactly what I did. Put it down and give it one pull, no circular motion. Yeah, pull, pull, pull. Nice. Now see, you re-squeeze and continue. Constantly you're gonna be re-dipping the sponges, and you gotta squeeze all of the water out, because really, well, there's two sides. You're only gonna get two passes.
Okay.
If you go again, you're just spreading it.
And just all the way down.
Yeah, all the way down. Now, when there's hard spots, you can give it a bit of a circular wipe to get the, the hard droppings off. And then give it another squeeze. Okay.
Continue down here.
Yep, all across. Another nice pull. Okay. Eventually the water is going to have to be changed.
So you can go in the opposite direction
Yeah,
also.
you can go in
then?
the opposite
Okay.
direction too. So it's a matter of passes and passes continually.
Okay.
And the water should be changed at some point. You're getting the hang of it?
I think I'm doing a great job.
You are. Did you think it'd be this easy?
I didn't think it would be this easy. I thought it would actually be more difficult, to tell you the truth.
Well, it can be messy work depending how big the area is. You can still end up making a mess. Now, obviously, you were trying to get a hold of me for long enough. You know all about our Facebook contest?
Yes, I do.
The contest now is taking a twist. The contest has always been winning me in your home. Well, you can come down here. We'll put a pink tool belt on you, and we'll have you on the Just Ask Bob show. But I want details. This was the perfect selection. I want to know if you bought a new business. Is the husband not tackling the to-do list? Is there a medical emergency? Is there a reason why something maybe has to be altered in the home? Maybe to accommodate somebody with somebody in a wheelchair. Find us on Facebook, Just Ask Bob, enter the submission, and we'll see who we're going to have on the show or whose home I'm going to visit. Nicole, you made the show today.
Bobby, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Nicole. You were awesome. You're awesome, Hamilton. Catch you next time. Till next time, www.justaskbob.com, where you can watch this entire show, pause, fast forward, rewind, take it at your own pace. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome job.
Thank you, Bobby.